He's not here yet.
He said 9.
You're a minute early.
Oh. Why the devil he wants to start at the crack of dawn, God only knows.
I have a feeling that's only the beginning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Mears.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Put out the star files for you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, that one is Booning, sir. The man you're meeting tomorrow.
Yes. This is a top secret matter, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then I'd be grateful in future if you would not leave files of this kind lying around on my desk for anyone to pick up and read.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The Colonel always...
My predecessor had his rules, I have mine. Never allow anyone in here without my express consent.
No, sir.
I'll see Mears now.
Yes, sir.
And we'd like some coffee.
Oh, it doesn't come round till 11, sir. I'll see what I can do, sir.
You'll have to do better than that, mate. What's the idea? You're spoiling my looks.
It was Mr. Mears' suggestion, sir.
Callan, sir. He used to be our senior man, sir.
Used to be.
Well, he's not really in the department now, sir.
And what's he doing here?
I thought you might like to have a look at him, sir.
Look at him, what for?
The Colonel thought he was very good, sir.
Did he indeed? Fowler.
Washington, sir. 2 years CIA liaison.
Oh, I've got a lot of friends over there. I must go and see him.
One of the perks of the job, sir.
Truman.
Trainee, sir.
If Callan's so good, why did he leave?
Difference of opinion, sir.
With my predecessor?
Yes, sir.
Not much of a recommendation. What's his background?
It's all in the file, sir.
What I get out of the file is that he's emotionally unstable, a one-time crook, he has a dubious circle of acquaintances, and he tends to take the law into his own hands.
He's very independent, yes, sir.
We don't want heroes in the section. This is a team.
Yes, sir, but...
But what? Do you like him?
I detest him. But he knows the job. The only thing is, he likes to know why it has to be done.
That's my concern.
Yes, of course, sir.
What's he doing now? Do you know?
Not certain, sir.
Which means you're in touch.
Well, he comes in from time to time for shooting practice, sir.
He what?
In the gallery, sir.
You mean he's allowed to walk in and out just like that?
He never officially left the department, sir.
You know as well as I do, Mears, that no one is ever officially in the department.
No, sir.
If Callan comes in at all today, I want to see him straight away.
He's already here, sir.
Get in for me, will you? I don't quite know how this department's been running, but it seems to me as though it was altogether too free and easy.
I wouldn't say that, sir.
Did you ask him to come in?
Yes, sir. I thought it might be useful if he was on hand, sir.
Did you indeed? Well, those are the sort of decisions I make, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Yes?
Come on, Charlie, I haven't got all day.
He's a bit impetuous, sir.
When Callan's gone, I want to talk to you about this Boonin affair.
Yes, sir. It's tomorrow, isn't it, sir?
Yes. Send Callan in.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Charlie boy moved office, has he?
I believe you were in the army, Callan.
Yeah. Who wants to know?
Is that where you acquired your impudence? I don't want to be disturbed. Now, Callan, the general opinion seems to be that you should come back into the section.
Well, no one's asked me.
No one will, Callan, you were told.
Oh, no, not me, mate. I don't work that way, haven't they told you? All right, come on. Where's the Colonel?
You should know better than to ask that.
What are we supposed to call you?
Just call me Hunter.
Not me, mate. I don't work with people I don't know.
I think you've got very little choice, Callan. Unless you want to go back inside, of course. It wouldn't be difficult to arrange.
Listen, I didn't ask to come here, mate.
And I didn't invite you. But the safest place for you, for all of us probably, is in the section.
I can look after myself, mate. Thanks very much.
Let's drop the informality, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Sit down, Callan.
No, thank you, sir.
All right, stand up then. Are you actually doing anything at the moment?
I'm not on the dole, if that's what you mean.
You know the situation, Callan.
I suppose you tell me, sir.
I'm trying to build up a team that I can rely on. Efficient, disciplined, dedicated. Now, you know more of the workings of this department than is healthy for a man in need of money.
I'm not short,
My information is otherwise.
and I am not a risk, sir.
That is for me to decide. Let's start again, shall we? Now, I've told you what I expect. It amounts to total dedication, 7 days a week.
What about Sundays, sir? I like to go to early morning mass.
Do you smoke?
Oh, no, as a matter of fact, I don't, thank you.
You must understand, Callan, that I'm a new man, and the job is new to me. Our work will be much easier if we all do it my way. Good. Now, does the name Boonin mean anything to you?
Yes, I was sent to kill him once.
When was it?
It was Leipzig Trade Fair, 63.
What went wrong?
We were too good for each other.
Or was he too good for you?
No, sir. It was a standoff. He's a good executioner, so am I. What's he doing then?
I'm meeting him tomorrow morning at the airport with Mears. He's arriving on a scheduled flight from Moscow with a trade mission. You better come along too.
You're meeting him?
That's right. He's defecting.
Boonin defecting?
He sent a note through our embassy. The Foreign Office know all about it.
Boonin's not a defector.
Then why should he come here?
Well, he's come to get somebody. It's probably you, sir. Well, you're a right bastard you are, aren't you? You could have warned me.
Well, that would have been nearly as much fun. Besides, knowing your gift for diplomacy, I thought I'd let you handle it in your own charming, characteristic way.
What happened to Fatty?
The Colonel? No?
Now, where the hell they dig him up from?
Foreign Office. He was a Balkan specialist during the war. I don't know since. Are you rejoining our little club?
I'm coming with you tomorrow to meet Boonin.
Oh, how nice.
That man's a nutcase. Listen, there's a new hunter, right? So Boonin's come over here to find out who he is and get him. I know that.
Sir says he's defecting.
Sir doesn't know Boonin. Who is it?
It's me, Mr. Callan.
All right, Lonely, come on.
Well, I got here as quick as I could, Mr. Callan.
Yeah, well, next time, mate, go mad. Like take a taxi. You ever been to London Airport?
Oh, yes, Mr. Callan.
You're going again tomorrow.
Oh, but...
All right.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Callan.
Right, now listen carefully. I should be there with a couple of friends of mine. We're going to meet a bloke. See, he's a foreigner coming all the way from Moscow.
Oh, a Russian, is he?
He's coming over to do some business.
Oh, it's a long way, isn't it?
Now, if there's somebody else with him when he arrives, I want you to tail him.
Won't he be with you, Mr. Callan?
Let's start again, shall we, Lonely? And listen. When this bloke arrives tomorrow, we're going to take him off somewhere on his own. Just him alone on his own, all right? Now, if there's somebody else with him, he'll want to come too.
Oh, but you don't
We
want
don't
him.
want him. That's right, old son. Oh, you'll be up to your O-levels soon.
Oh, what, Mr. Callan?
Oh, God help us, mate. All you've got to do is tail him. It's simple. Then let me know when you can.
Yeah.
Don't touch.
Announcing the arrival of Aeroflot Russian Airlines Flight SU-042 from Moscow. Aeroflot regrets the slight delay owing to weather conditions at Moscow Airport. Passengers to Budapest. This is the final call for Tabso Bulgarian Airlines, flight number SZ.
I still think the Foreign Office is wrong, sir. I mean, Boone has been with the KGB for 17 years. He's not a defector.
That's what we're here to find out.
Well, I'd keep well out of the way if I were you.
Why, Callan?
I don't see any point in shooting if it can be avoided.
Don't you?
No, sir. If you get shot, the best that can happen to you is you get hurt.
What a comfort you are. I'll be in there.
Yes, sir.
With the driver meeting Mr. and Mrs. Shelley, please go to the arrival area on the first floor. The driver meeting Mr. and Mrs. Shelley.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Is this all your luggage?
Yes.
Are you acquainted with this notice?
Oh, yes.
What have you got in the bag?
Oh, clothes, papers, nothing unusual. I'm here on a trade mission.
Open the case, please. Sorry, sir. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to come with me. This way, please.
Thank you.
I've been waiting to meet you, Mr. Hunter.
He's clear, sir. All right, on the stretcher.
Good. Now, I'm sorry to put you to this indignity, Boonin, but we must move fast.
You're very thorough.
We're also in rather a hurry.
Of course.
All right.
Right.
Lie down, please. Come on, move in. Quickly. Let's go move on. Come on. Thank you, sir.
Passengers to Stockholm. This is the final call for SAS flight number SK342 to Stockholm. Passengers should go immediately to the departure doors.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, what happens now?
A drink. Vodka, Boonin?
I'd rather have whiskey, Mr. Hunter.
You mind me? Now, Boonin, I think we should talk. It may interest you to know that Callan here is not too sure of you.
He once had orders to kill me. I don't blame him.
Yes, I heard about that.
I think we were rather too smart for each other. Callan killed a colleague of mine. I killed one of his.
Bob Purdy was a friend.
Oh, that's the saddest part of our sad trade, is it not? To see your friends die.
Sir?
Oh, thank you.
Now, Boonin, you know the procedure, of course. I shall have to hand you over to the Foreign Office sooner or later. That is, if you still want asylum.
Oh, yes.
Just as well.
There's no going back, you mean?
It would help if you could give me the outline of any information you may have. Not details, just something to give to the ministry.
Well, what about...
I'd rather they stayed.
You don't trust me?
That's right.
Well, why should you? Well, perhaps I should first put my cards on the table.
Please.
That's an English expression, I believe.
It is. You're doing very well.
Good, thank you. Well, now, here's another one. Gentlemen, I am a fake. A fraud. Phony. The person who should be here is Comrade Mirsky. He wanted to defect long ago. It's his influence that's got me here, so you see, I'm a bit of a cheat.
Mirsky.
He's the assistant to the Minister of Defense. Last year I had to investigate him. He'd been drinking a great deal and getting involved with a number of women. Eventually I reported that he was simply overtired. In fact, he wanted to get out.
Mirsky does.
Does it surprise you?
Nothing surprises us, Boonin.
Before Mirsky, I was quite content. He changed my mind for me. That's why I'm here.
Does he still want to get out?
Yes, but he's in a very difficult position. He's not left the country for almost 20 years. Any request by him to do so under whatever pretext will meet with grave suspicion.
But you want to arrange something?
If I can.
Getting like a holiday camp.
Apart from the ideological victory, Mirsky has a great deal of valuable information to bring with him.
I bet he has.
For money.
Naturally.
All right, Boonin. What's the plot?
Well, it involves some risk. Mirsky will come out, but only if he can defect to your top man in Russia.
Our top man?
Yes.
I see.
I trust you do. It means that if he goes to your top man, you'll have to bring them both out. It's the only way he can be sure you'll help him.
It's a very high price.
I'd have thought it was worth it. Mirsky's a very important man.
Yes, I shall have to think about this one.
Of course.
Would you be affected by a decision either way?
How could I be? You know I can't go back now.
No. Well, now, I must get back to London. Yes? I shall leave Callan here with you. I'm sorry, Boonin, but until we've cleared you, I shall have to place you under, shall we say, house arrest. It's very pleasant here. You should be quite comfortable.
Thank you. We can talk about old times.
Do that. Arrange an appointment with the Foreign Secretary as soon as you can, priority. And I shall need the files on Ivan Mirsky.
Yes, sir.
Keep in touch with Callan. I'm leaving him overnight with Boonin in the country. What do you think of those two Mirs? Will they be all right?
They are two of a kind, sir.
Do you play chess, Callan?
No.
Oh, pity. We could have passed an hour or so. How many staff do you have down here?
Enough.
You still don't trust me?
That's right.
Look, I couldn't go back now.
We couldn't let you, could we?
That's true. But then, think of the money I shall make, Callan. There are big rewards for information.
They're not going to play ball with Mirsky, you know.
They will.
And risk losing our top man.
There's no alternative.
They're not going to throw away years of work just like that.
It's a pity you don't play chess, Callan. I think you'd understand better.
Would I?
I think so. You see, in this game, most of us are pawns, like your friend Mirs. You and I, who have learned a little more, we're the knights. Your man in Russia, he's also a very strong piece. Or bishop, at least. Hunter? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a queen. Mirsky is certainly a queen. One has to risk a great deal to take a queen, Callan, and Mirsky knows it.
Yeah, but according to you, that queen wants to get caught.
The KGB aren't fools. Their queen is well protected. It'll need more than a few pawns to get at her.
You don't convince me, Booney.
Look, I assure
Oh,
you...
I don't mean about your chess game, mate. I mean about you. You're a liar.
I'm perhaps a better liar than you, and a better politician. I doubt if I'm as callous. But then, one cannot be intelligent and callous.
Yeah, well, if I'm right, mate, I'll kill you.
Will you? I don't think you'd like that.
Whether I like it or not is beside the point. I'll do it.
I'm sorry to drag you in so early, Hanson.
But you're the expert, and we need Foreign Office reaction urgently.
It was a relief to get a seat on the train for once.
You know about this Boonin affair.
Yes?
He's come up with a suggestion which is tempting, but suspect. It involves Ivan Mirsky.
The number 2 in the defense ministry.
Apparently Mirsky wants to defect. Now, Boonin will be here in a moment. Callan's bringing him in from the country. I'd be grateful if you listen to what he has to say very carefully, and let me know what you think of him afterwards.
You don't want me to take part?
Not just at the moment. No. Yes?
Callan, sir, with Mr. Boonin.
Good. Send them in, will you? Good morning, Boonin. I hope you slept.
Very well, thank you.
Callan,
Sir?
sit down.
Oh, thank you.
This is a colleague of mine.
How do you do?
Now, I've had a word with the Foreign Secretary, and I'm happy to say that he is ready to support your application for asylum. The question of Mirsky, however, is rather different. I'm afraid the answer is unlikely.
Then I've wasted my time.
You have your own freedom, Boonin.
I'm afraid that's not enough. For me now, life is simply a matter of money. Where it comes and who from is of little concern. You will be generous to me, so will Mirsky, but he's different. He's a far more political animal, and his defection is therefore far more valuable to you than mine.
Then there is a problem. Go home and get some rest, Callan.
Callan does not believe my story.
Does that bother you?
Why should it? If he'd told it to me, I wouldn't have believed him.
My, we are nervous, aren't we?
Yeah.
Boonin?
Boonin?
What's the matter? Did he keep you awake all night?
He's a liar. Is he one of yours?
Truman? I've told him to make you his model, Callan.
Ha.
What about the KGB, then? Do you think they'll get to Boonin?
Yeah, well, if he's telling the truth, he hasn't got a prayer.
And if not?
Well, that's up to us, isn't it? Keep your thumb down, son, all right?
Will you let me give a press conference? For weeks now, Mirsky has been deliberately slandering me. The more fuss you can make of my defection, the less chance there is of anyone suspecting him of connivance. Security at home will tighten a great deal now. Mirsky himself will have to tighten it, so you'll have to move fast.
Out of the question.
It would distract attention and ensure Mirsky's safety.
No, I'm sorry. It's not possible.
I could even give him a reason for going to your embassy to protest. Your man could perhaps get a message to him there.
Well, it's an idea.
If you want details of the Seahorse project, Mirsky must be got out. He wanted to defect long before I did.
If he wanted to get out that badly, we could arrange something without involving our man at all.
He won't do it that way. He feels that if you're bringing your man out, you'll be doubly careful, and his escape will therefore be easier.
If I did arrange something, you'd have to make your statement very personal. We wouldn't want to embarrass your government.
Well, of course.
No politics.
Oh, I know.
Well, all I can do is have another word with the powers that be.
I didn't realize you were a pawn, too, Hunter.
A pawn?
We've always understood that every hunter is a lone wolf. Forgive me, I mix my metaphors.
Find Mears and send him in, will you?
He is here, sir.
Even wolves hunt in packs, Boonin. Look after Mr. Boonin, will you?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. It's all very irregular.
Yes, but I'm aware of that, but we don't run a very regular department. I can always tell the press to hold back his statement for a day or two.
His information seemed genuine enough. It would be nice to give the Minister of Defence the Seahorse details.
And Mirsky is a very rich prize.
I suppose so.
Surely.
But don't forget, sir, in a few years' time, your top man will be in the Politburo.
Yes, that fact hadn't escaped me either.
You might say it's the other half of the bargain. His English is very good, isn't it?
Boonin. KGB training, Hanson. You can't do better than that.
Mr. Callan, I've been trying to get in touch with you.
What for?
Well, that bloke that you told me to follow from the airport, his name is Goncharov. He's been strolling up and down Fleet Street, and now he's just gone into a big place just off Whitehall. There's a lot of other geezers have gone in there as well. But they look like newspaper men to me, they did. And listen, Mr. Callan, that geezer who left the airport with you, he's just gone in there too. He arrived in a big black car, he did.
His name's Goncharov. He was seen going into the press conference.
Where is he now?
I don't know, sir. I've got a man tailing him.
Who?
Well, he's a friend of mine, sir.
I don't understand, Callan.
Sir?
A friend of yours?
Well, someone's got to look after you if you won't do it yourself.
Look after me? Somebody outside the section?
Look, sir, he's always helped me in the past. Now, he doesn't know anything, he works blind. It's much the best way, believe me.
It's not the way I like things done, Callan.
It's the way I have to work, sir.
Let's get a few things straight, shall we? This happens to be my section.
It happens to be my life, sir. I want to keep it.
I want these men picked up now, both of them.
Both of them?
Goncharov and this friend of yours. Yes.
Hanson and Mr. Boonin, sir.
Good. Send them, will you?
You know, I'm surprised that Goncharov bloke didn't pick off Boonin at the press conference. If that's what he's here for. He wants me to pick up Lonely now. Oh, where the hell did he come from?
Mr. Hunter, I told you. He's a civil servant.
Yeah. Well, he's never been out in the field, mate, that's for sure. He doesn't know how bloody cold it gets out there.
Hello, Hanson. Sorry, Boonin, I shall have to spirit you away again.
I'm in your hands.
We need to protect you from your own colleagues.
My ex-colleagues. Well, they'll hardly find me here.
They've already been closer than I like. Your airport escort was seen at the press conference.
Well, I had no escort, not that I know of. And even if I had, how could he have got there anyway?
That's what I hope to find out. Callan's gone to pick him up. Send Truman in, will you?
I'm very grateful to you, Hunter. You're taking a great deal of care.
I want to get this whole thing settled as soon as I can. Now, Truman, I want you to take Mr. Boonin down to the country for a day or two.
Yes, sir.
They know you're coming. Take a section car.
I know you're doing your best, Hunter, but I can't stress the urgency enough. The sooner your man gets in touch with Mirsky, the better.
I'll get in touch as soon as I can. How was the conference?
Fine. Usual sort of chaps, usual questions. He said nothing embarrassing.
No politics.
Absolutely none.
Good. The last thing I want is an embarrassing incident.
I'm afraid it looks as if you've got one already. In the car just now, Boonin told me of another project that Mirsky has the secrets of.
Yes?
It was very interesting and fully detailed, but it was out of date. The Russians dropped this particular project about a month ago. And Mirsky would certainly know this, and he would hardly have briefed Boonin to negotiate on the strength of it.
Well, how do you know about this?
Funnily enough, from the man they want us to send to Mirsky, our top man in Russia.
Why the hell didn't you mention this before?
Stop Boonin and Truman leaving the building. Neat, isn't it? Our man goes to make contact, and Mirsky immediately identifies him.
I hadn't quite put it together like that, sir. All the same, I couldn't speak in front of Boonin.
Yes?
Truman and Mr. Boonin, sir, they've gone.
Damn. I want Mears and Callan, wherever they are. And get onto the country. Tell them to ring the moment Boonin arrives, and in any case, within the next hour.
Yes, sir. And by the way, sir, the Foreign Office has confirmed Mirsky is acceptable.
Acceptable to whom, I wonder? Get over there, Callan, and bring in Goncharov. Yes, as soon as you can. How many routes are there to the country?
3, sir.
I want them all covered thoroughly. Boonin's been gone 4 hours now. Was Truman on?
Yes, sir.
Not a very good start, is it? They have an uncanny sense of timing, these Russians.
Well, it is a bit rough, sir, in your first few days.
We got Goncharov's address through that friend of Callan's. What do you know about him?
Small-time crook, sir, burglary, that sort of thing. He's been inside a couple of times. It's also rather fragrant, sir.
I'd have thought Callan was too meticulous for such a colleague.
They seem to understand each other, sir. Very well.
What you mean?
Mr. Callan, please.
Good job it wasn't someone else, isn't it? You look like something left outside a hotel bedroom.
What are you doing here anyway, Mr. Callan?
Just want to make sure we were on the job.
How did you know where to find me?
I smelt you out. All right, where is he? All right.
Now look, he's been in there for over an hour. I reckon that must be his drum.
Which room?
First floor front, the one with the light on.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's your travel allowance.
How do you mean, Mr.
It's
Callan?
for travelling. I want you to get out of London quick. Otherwise there's going to be trouble.
But I don't want no trouble, Mr. Callan.
All right, wait a minute. You haven't finished yet.
Huh?
Listen, before you go, I want you to nip across there, go in the house, and knock on his door.
And then what?
And you scarp her fast.
With pleasure, Mr. Callan. You want me to go in, knock, and then get out
Yeah,
quick?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, without waiting for him to answer?
Oh, Lonely, you are learning, mate. Go on.
Anything you say.
Get Lonely.
Yeah?
Look, take a bath, mate, for God's sake.
Anything from the house?
No, sir. It's been almost 6 hours now, sir.
Get on to the duty officer. I want all the communist embassies watched.
That's being done, sir. Well, Callan just rang through and asked me to arrange it, sir. He said just in case.
Callan? You normally take orders from him?
Oh, yes, sir. He does work here now, doesn't he, sir?
Apparently.
Yes?
Come in. Come in.
Watch it, mate. I'm very highly strung.
About 2 miles from the house, sir.
Truman's own gun, I suppose.
Yes, sir. There was also a hypodermic on the floor of the car, sir. I presume Goncharov must have passed it to Boomin at the press conference, sir.
Callan was right then.
He knows Boonin, sir, inside out.
Me and our Russian agent at one brief swoop. Ambitious, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Fortunately, you were never left alone with him, sir.
Callan here, sir.
Yes?
Got Goncharov. Shall I bring him in?
Take him to the gallery. See what you can get out of him.
Oh, yes, sir. Boonin's gone. Who'd have guessed? I must say Hunter's taken it very calmly.
Yeah, he needs to, mate.
And Truman's dead.
What's the point in that?
Mears,
I've been on to Special Branch. They'll take care of Goncharov. Bring him upstairs. They'll be along in a minute.
right, sir.
Goncharov said nothing, I suppose.
Nothing, sir.
Get me Callan.
Come on, you. On your feet. Move! Come on!
Callan.
We're going down to the country for the night, Callan. Boonin won't come here, obviously.
Look, do you have to go, sir?
If, as you said, he's come here to kill me, I'm the only one who can draw him.
Well, why don't we just get the Special Branch onto him?
Let's clear up our own mess, shall we?
I don't get you, mate. I really don't.
All right. Sir?
You can take the car away, but stay on call.
Excuse me, sir. We sometimes ask for trouble. We never actually walk right into it. You mind? Right, sir.
Well, I'm going to have a scotch.
I won't, sir, thank you.
I could do with a coffee myself.
So there isn't a three-handed game at chess.
Oh, blimey, not another one.
Thank you. Don't you drink, Callan?
One of us has got to stay awake, sir.
Oh, great.
Don't do that, sir, please. It's asking for trouble.
I'm told you're the two best men I've got. I've every confidence. Boonin's a lone gentleman. Even if he gets one of you will deal with him before he can get on to me. I'm quite safe. It's the only way, Callan. We must draw him. It's a gesture to the KGB, if you like. We must play the game their way, but win.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it a game. If you lose, you're dead.
2:30.
Tom, I'll take those. Where is he?
I hope we haven't wasted the night.
Look, don't do that again, son, please!
Victim of advertising. I like it. Tell the driver I'll be ready to leave in half an hour and get on to the office, Mears. Tell him I'll be in by 10:30.
Yes, sir. Do you want to talk to Special Branch, sir?
We'll leave it till we get back. 8:30. I think I'll go for a bath. Don't bother to come, Callan. I can scrub my own back, thank you.
Hello?
Morning, Tom.
Sorry to have kept you up all night. As you said, Callan, Boonin's not to be trusted. He's not even predictable.
Cars are arrived, sir.
Good. I'm leaving you here for 24 hours, Callan, just in case.
Excuse me, sir.
You'd better drive, Mears. Callan, get back as soon as you can after you've cleared up. Oh, and Callan, thank you.
Moggy. I think he must have 9 lives, mate. He's gonna need 'em all.